This is the FA Cup preview. Aston Villa coming to Old Trafford. Steven Gerrard in charge. Don't worry about it. This is where United get our season back on track.
What are you shouting for?
Because I'm angry. JF Stretford, Paddock. This is the FA Cup preview. Joining me is my favourite co-presenter, Adam McCullough.
But you say that to all your co-presenters?
No, I don't. I only say it to you. How are you doing, brother?
I'm all good, are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Are you excited about the FA Cup being back?
No.
You're excited
It's
about
so depressing,
anything
man.
to do with Manchester United at the minute?
United is just depressing. Everyone's depressing me.
It is depressing. It's not been a happy camp, has it, recently? When you look at the facts, we're losing at home to Wolves. 11 players, then it's 17 players want to leave. People are falling out with each other. The manager who's only been here 5 minutes is already under pressure. I mean, the only sort of small glimmer of light has been the fact that Woodward's going, and even that's tempered by the fact he's just been replaced by another side.
And he's dragging his heels.
Yeah, so there's just, apart from that, it's mint. It's like 99 all over again. Anyway, Macca, it's the FA Cup, man. That's been our salvation
love the
in
FA
the
Cup.
past. 1990, yeah. Nottingham Forest away. You were there, even though you weren't born. You were there, right?
I was born.
Well, how old are you?
Just
How old are you?
89. So what month was it in 90?
It was like, I think March, wasn't it, 99? No, it was earlier than that, because was it the third round? So it would have been like,
January
yeah.
99.
Yeah, how old are you?
7 months, 6 months.
And you weren't there?
No,
You
disgraceful, really.
part-time.
Part-time
City.
City.
Typical fan
Someone
channel lot.
seriously
Hey,
said that to me
I
once.
was only 6 months old, so I wasn't away at
Someone
Forest.
seriously said that to me
Pathetic.
once. They were like, where were you at 89 at Ellen Road? And I was like, Dad's not sack.
I remember, like, James Young went to one for us once at Wolves, and he was 17 at the time, and someone had a go at him, like, we'd not played Wolves for, 6 years. And he went, you weren't even here last time we played him. He was 10.
What I love about that is, why would you recognise me? You know, why would you have recognised me back then? We could have sat next to each other at a game.
I don't remember seeing him. What do you go around Old Trafford looking for children? Is that what you do? And if you do, you need to speak to someone, preferably the police. Anyway, that's been the FA Cup preview. Thanks for tuning in. We've covered everything there. We may as well leave it at that. No, seriously though, right? I'm going to start with a player that, if I'd have said this a month ago, you'd have had me certified. But he's had a very, very decent 90 minutes against Wolves, shall we say. He seems to be back in favour with a lot of fans who'd sort of given up on him, and that's Phil Jones. 2 questions. What did you make of his performance against Wolves, and do you think he could be in contention for a place in this game?
There were 2 things that he got wrong on the day.
Yep.
One was a moment in the first half where I thought, oh my God, he misjudged something.
Yeah.
And the second was the header for the goal. But apart from that, I thought he was our man of the match. Now, that's partly down to the fact that everyone was rubbish on the day, apart from him. But I also think he delivered and he stepped up. And it's incredible that a man that hasn't started a game since before COVID shut down the world and all that.
He's been on it.
Yeah, a man that hasn't started a game since before then came in, played 90 minutes, and stood out like that. And we didn't miss the defenders that weren't there. You know, we didn't. I felt emotional watching him walk off the pitch. I didn't see that he was crying at the time when he walked off. I seen him kind of stop and take it in and let everybody else go in first and go in. And I like that because he deserved the reception that he got. But it was a bit of a, we've seen that picture of him walking out at the tunnel and everybody else looking flat. It's mad, isn't it? Like a player, if you look at Phil Jones, he hasn't really been involved. Like he's probably been in the physio room for most of the last 8 years, let's say. I'm trying to be nice when I say this. No. That he probably hasn't been affected by all the shit around him, in terms of playing in half of these rubbish teams. Yeah. He probably still feels like Fergie's just left. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like
he's like he's had a bit of a pause on his career and stuff, and he's not featured a lot.
And he's a player that really and truly knows the demands of Man United. And I think that stands out. Fans see that. And I always say this thing, and I remember Arsene Wenger said it, and it stood out for me, and it was something that used to piss me off when Berbatov and Tevez used to get compared. And if you basically run around, or you show that you care, even if you're affecting your team in a negative way, fans will love you because it looks like you're putting it in for the team.
Passion.
And he was doing that day. Like there was a clip where the ball falls to the edge of the box. All United's team just stops and looks at the ball, and he's the only one to close it down. And it's like he's obviously listening to the manager, what the manager wants from him. But where else is that? Make him captain.
Imagine,
Remember when I said?
Hey, oh yeah, did you exactly? Do you know what? I'd love it if he was captain just for that, just so we can dig out your old clip where you said it. But at the time, like, you know, going back when he was 18, 19, when we just got him from Blackburn, people were predicting he was going to have a bright future. It's not panned out, but I was glad to see him.
Ability-wise, only Varane is better than him at United.
But really?
In defenders, sorry. Ability-wise.
Do you think he's better ability-wise than Eric Bailly?
Phil Jones is what we think Harry Maguire is. You know when we bought Harry Maguire, that's what we thought we were getting when we bought Phil Jones.
Yeah.
I
understand what you mean. I think people forget with Phil Jones why we bought him, how sought after he is, why he's got 13
Remember how good he was for Blackburn in that 1-0?
I remember.
Was it 1-0?
Yeah, when we won the league. Was it 1-0 or 1-0? It was 1-0.
Rooney penalty,
yeah.
No, because they needed a draw.
Yeah. Do you remember that was 10 minutes of just... We didn't leave our half, they didn't leave their half.
Yeah, but he was class
I don't believe we got away with that one.
And then the last time him and Ronaldo shared a pitch together was in the Bernabeu.
You were there, weren't you?
I was there, celebrating Danny Welbeck's goal amongst the Real Madrid fans.
So jealous.
And he was mint that day as well.
And do you know what?
At right back.
I'm pretty sure we had Reading or something at home the next game, yeah? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember him taking a heavy touch, the ball getting away from him diving in, injuring himself, and he missed the next leg. He
missed the next leg.
He missed. He got injured and he missed that. And it sounds crazy because people are going to hammer me in the comments now, but we missed him for that game because he did a good job in the Bernabeu. I know.
And then that's where we dropped Welbeck deeper, didn't we?
Yeah, and Rooney got dropped as well.
Rooney got dropped.
That was like the big talking point.
We put Welbeck really deep on. Was it Modric or Cruz?
It might have been Modric. You know, I can't remember. Do you know what? My only overriding memory of that game is that. Red card.
Oh no, mate! Did you see Danny Welbeck's goal against Chelsea the other week?
Who was the first that I mean you to tweet about? Me, you, and Scott.
I haven't tweeted in about a month. So
all right. Usually when I tweet, I notice like about when Welbeck scores. Me, and you always the same. Like, still got it.
Yeah, that guy.
Still love it. Yeah,
he nearly made me break my Twitter silence.
Oh man, I didn't realise you've not been on it for a little while.
I'm fed up.
Really?
I'm really. Do you know what?
Go on.
When I go on Twitter, yeah, and I see Manchester United tweet, I want to fuck someone up, bro. They're fucking idiots, bro.
Do you mean you're not happy when you see like a tweet
let's bring it back
celebrating the result 12 years ago when we just lost?
People have been talking about the culture at Manchester United, and people have been saying Cristiano Ronaldo's a problem, Ralph Rangnick's a problem. Do you know why those guys are causing issues? Because they're a magnifying glass on the real issues at Manchester United. You see, when Cristiano Ronaldo goes into a dressing room and his demands are, we deliver every single week against any team. We need to win every single game. And there's players that ain't on it.
Yeah.
You're the problem, not Ronaldo. Like, that's the attitude we need to have at Manchester United. Like, Ronaldo isn't the issue. All right, maybe tactically or whatever, in some games you could use someone else. That's fine, cool. He's old anyway. Rotate him or whatever. But in terms of, like, that mentality thing, you need to be on his level, not vice versa. He doesn't need to drop himself to your level. And you're hearing all these things about Shaw and Maguire and potential leaks from Dean Henderson and all these different things. Now, look, I know at the moment, anyone can write anything about United and people are going to believe it. So you kind of have to take everything with a pinch of salt. But I think there is some truth in what's being leaked. You know how the media works.
Of course.
There will be some stories that are written. Like, I think that 17 players one was just made up. Because half the players
17.
were on contractual issues.
And also when you
and Phil Jones was in there, Fred was in there.
Yeah, it's players that are leaving soon anyway, and some of them are not interested.
I found that was rubbish, but man.
Yeah, it is difficult. It's a difficult time for Manchester United. Now, one sort of bright spark earlier on the season and for the future has been Mason Greenwood. But even he's having a little bit of a torrid time of it recently because there was the game the other day, wasn't it, where the crowd was upset.
I thought it was wrong to come off. Yeah,
and I agree. I said that at the time. What do you reckon, Mason Greenwood? Do you think that Ralph Rangnick needs to handle him a little bit better? Do you think he's been outdone by? Because he always seems to be the fall guy in terms of substitutions, especially.
I don't want to leave this at Rangnick's door, but Manchester United need to handle him better.
Right, okay.
We are possibly going to fumble one of the best talents we've ever had at the club.
Couldn't agree more.
I've not seen a kid come through and I've not seen a teenage player be as much of a natural goal scorer as him.
No.
I've not seen a player be as good since Rooney now. I don't think he's as good as Rooney when Rooney broke through, but I do think he's a better finisher. And at the moment, through whether it's chopping and changing the managers or whatever, we seem to just be, he's not really proving. He's not really playing much. He's often the scapegoat. And it's easy look, I get it. When you're a manager and you've got Ronaldo, Cavani, Sancho's 70 million, it's easy to take the academy player off that was free. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the easy one to go, oh, come on.
Yeah.
But that against Wolves, I don't think anyone really was good. But he was the one threat that we had.
No.
Now, maybe Rangnick's sitting there and watching him doing something off the ball that he wasn't happy with. But I thought it was the wrong shout to take him off.
I think Rangnick sort of held his hands up a little bit when he said it was between Cavani and Greenwood because I wanted to take one of them off. And I just felt like Cavani, he's more of a striker sort of thing. I'm paraphrasing here. But for me, it was a wrong call because any energy we had going forward, any threat was him.
Sancho maybe could have come off.
And he came off a little bit later anyway. So it was almost like it was a bit of a strange decision. But listen, we won't get too much into Ralph Rangnick's tactics just yet. Let's give him at least a couple more weeks.
No, but we are going to fumble Mason Greenwood if we're not careful.
Worries me because I, like yourself, love Mason Greenwood. Think he is a phenomenal talent. I agree with everything you've said. I can't remember an academy player. You look at players like, Danny Welbeck or Marcus Rashford even. They didn't have that level of consistency. I know that's...
They weren't. No, they weren't.
No. Like Marcus Rashford, the jury was out on him when he was 18.
When I look at Mason Greenwood...
It was his debut that made everyone go, oh, hang on a minute, he's amazing.
I see potentially one of the best strikers in the world.
That's what I mean, and you didn't think... You haven't... How many times have you thought that about an academy player?
Never.
Like, I mean,
not really.
Really and truly, like, he's got everything that you need to make it a very top.
Maybe not since Gerard Piqué and... Like you said, Danny Welbeck.
This is what I'm saying to you. And we were proven right on that one, weren't we? Just ask Brighton fans. With all that being said, let's get into your predicted 11 then. This is the team that you think Ralph Rangnick is going to pick for the visit of Stevie Gerrard's Aston Villa. Who have you gone with?
Twat.
Yep.
If he's responsible...
My eyesight is shocking. Was that Dean Henderson you've got in goal?
It is, yeah.
Right, okay.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't know why
I just thought it was the cup.
Like that, I mean, I'm not questioning your sanity, but
is he one of the leakers?
I don't. Well, for starters, our only player that's held his head high recently has been David De Gea. This is a must-win game. I mean,
you know what?
Maybe
I think
Ralph will do what you're suggesting.
Maybe giving some opportunities kind of brings the dressing room together a bit potentially.
All right. Maybe say you what? If I play you, will you stop leaking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. There's a tactic. Right. So you've got. I can see this here. You've got Luke Shaw.
So we got Delo, Varane, Jones.
Yes.
Alex Tellers.
Oh,
so I haven't got
sorry,
Luke
not
Shaw.
Shaw. Sorry, my eyesight is not as good as I thought it was. It's terrible.
Luke Shaw depresses me. You know, when I look at Luke Shaw,
go on.
I feel disheartened. I feel down. I feel sad. I feel like my club's not going anywhere. You know. Sometimes you want to lie to me, bruv. With your body language or something, just lie to me. Like, just make me feel like I'm going somewhere.
He did. He came out after the game, didn't he? And he said a few things, and I just thought,
yeah, you're a shithouse, bruv.
Like,
you're not a winner.
Like, I'm not being honourable, but you might start looking at yourself, son.
Yeah, then I got McFred. I don't know why, but...
Well, this is predicted, isn't it? It's not beyond the realms of
I'd love Van der Beek to start. That's not happening.
No.
I'm even starting to question myself on that. Maybe there's an issue there. I think United are possibly holding him onto him because they're thinking, well, if Ten Hag comes in, then we don't need to sell him and he's not a failure.
For me, I mean, I don't know. The Donny van der Beek thing, it's been debated constantly. Just there seems to be something going on because managers keep not picking him. That being said, this might be the game he gets again because it's the FA Cup. Maybe Ralph Rangnick
That's
goes.
our best midfield pairing and they're awful.
Sorry.
Bro.
Yeah.
Villa have got better midfield than us. McGinn and Louise, I take them all day.
No, yeah, I mean, I said this in a podcast a little while ago. I said how many players were getting from Villa's team were getting our team when Villa beat us in the league. And someone went,
is Bruno in them too the way to go? If he wouldn't be so wrecky on the ball, he maybe could be.
It does seem a little bit strange. And again, I don't want to start hammering Ralph Rangnick when he's trying to implement a new system. It does seem a bit strange that we've now got this system where our fullbacks, who are arguably our weakest area, are so prominent. And I think some of our most attacking or our most productive players seem like slightly marginalised. It just seems like it's a bit strange to me. I hope obviously it works out. But you've gone with you've got McFred then with your next two midfielders in this sort of 4-2.
Well, yeah, whatever.
You've got, is it Rashford and Sancho?
I want to see a 4-3-3 to be honest, but 4-2-2-2, Rashford, Sancho. Rashford's been abysmal.
I love, right.
But I'm
going to do my usual disclaimer. I love Marcus Rashford, but he has been terrible these last few
Bro,
months.
I love him. I don't need to even say that because
But
everyone knows I love him.
It's painful to watch him at the minute.
Like, and the other, you know what's, I think it's a form thing. I mean, the other day,
I think it's fun.
I had like, I was on the kickoff doing a video the other day and they were proper laying into him, saying, oh, he's maybe not as a, I don't think any of us have ever called him elite, but saying he wasn't that good. And I was thinking, bro, he just got back-to-back 20-goal seasons. Like, he is a good player. When he came back from his injury, scored a goal straight away. But I look at him at the moment and I just think, bro, what's going on? And I'm not one of those guys that says, just focus on your football.
No.
But maybe him becoming more than just a footballer has maybe affected him mentally.
Yeah.
Do you get?
I agree. I don't think he's
on.
Yeah.
He's
not missing training, is he?
He's now seen as a leader.
Kids.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can understand.
Now people are looking at you where when you were one of the kids in the dressing room that was just Marcus Rashford getting an opportunity on the side, and now all of a sudden he's one of the top goals. He's the top goal scorer at the club since Fergie left. All these different things, people look at you like, "Bro, you got a big profile off the pitch. You're a big man. You're a big player." Like, and really, when you look deep, he's still learning.
It has been sad. I'm hoping he turns it around.
Then I've gone Cavani and Greenwood. Not because I dropped Ronaldo because of Ronaldo, get him out of the team. He's rested.
Right.
You don't play Ronaldo in the FA Cup.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me, all of that. Like you said, Jones played well the other day. McFred, they get picked more often than they don't. Sancho and Rashford can operate in that area.
Hasn't played, has he, for Rangnick last
No,
weekend? Is he injured?
I'm not sure. I think he might have been suffering from some sort of injury, but I mean, he started, didn't he, when Rangnick took over? He was playing. He scored against Palace, didn't he? So he's not like he's,
and he ain't been back since.
You don't like him. I think it'd be interesting to see how that one pans out. Cavani and Greenwood, those two seem to have a better sort of partnership than Greenwood and Ronaldo so far. Let's go to my teams. It's not that different. It's a little bit, but not that different. So if you go, I've gone with David De Gea. I've gone with Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, Jones and Varane. Midfield. I don't know. He's, a couple of years ago when we first got him, those first dozen games, whatever, I thought this kid looks amazing. And then he's just not kicked on at all. In fact, I think he's worse than he's ever been. I've gone with McFred. I've actually put your boy in, Donny van der Beek. I think he might get a game. FA Cup, I think this might be one of those where Ralph Rangnick says to him, listen, show him what you can do. This is your chance for me.
You know who this team misses in this formation, by the way?
Paul
Pogba and Martial. I promise you, bro. This team misses a striker that holds the ball up for others.
Well, the problem with that is Martial's supposedly got one eye on Sevilla, and Paul Pogba's still injured.
Yeah, but that's our fault, isn't it?
That's a debate for another time.
It's like Pogba being here with 6 months on his contract. That's our fault.
No, that is our fault. I'll give you that one. Up front, I've gone with Greenwood and Ronaldo. I think he'll go with those two. I do. I think he'll want to play Greenwood and I think Ronaldo. I understand what you're saying. You don't play Ronaldo in the FA Cup. I think Ronaldo will want to play and I think Rangnick will pick him. And also, just to mention that, I've gone with Bruno. Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think of Macca's team, my team, whether you agree with us, disagree. Let's move on to Aston Villa. Think about them lot.
Good
Ollie
team.
Watkins, is he still scoring goals for him?
He's only got 5 this season.
5?
I say only. It's most than what most of our players have got.
Yeah.
Danny Ings is still a threat there, obviously. Like I mentioned, I think their midfield's better than ours. They got Phil Coutinho now.
Aye.
He'll probably come and score.
He's responsible for everything that went wrong. When Barcelona give the Scousers 145 million quid for him, that helps them go and buy some players they needed and win things. It's disgusting.
It makes us feel better about our recruitment, though.
The fact that Barcelona bought someone for 145 million, loaned him to Bayern Munich, and then he played against them for Bayern Munich and scored 2 goals.
And then he won the Champions League for Bayern Munich, which meant Barcelona had to pay £5 million more or whatever the clause was, which was like a win the Champions League clause. So he won the Champions League, but not for Barcelona. That's
like us loaning Sevilla Martial, who then wins the Ballon d'Or, and we have to give Monaco some money.
Yeah, that's going to happen as well.
Seriously, that has to be one of the worst transfers in history, if not the worst. The way that panned out for them.
Yeah, and one of the best for the
Liverpool,
selling club.
It was amazing. But for Barcelona, to have a player you've bought scoring against you while he's still a player for you, and helping a rival or another team win the Champions League, costing you more money, is phenomenal. You can see there from Villa's form. They've not been in great form. They've lost 3 out of the last 5. Obviously, they bought Coutinho. It's the FA Cup. So it's one of them. Steven Gerrard coming to Old Trafford. There's going to be a bit of aggie there. But are you worried about this? Because you mentioned there before as well.
I'm worried about it.
They've got McGinn.
I'm worried about whoever we face at the moment, to be totally honest with you. I think our performances are leaving a lot to be desired. We played against Norwich, Newcastle, teams that possibly going down, and we didn't perform. Played against Wolves, a team that's well drilled, and we got outplayed. They were knocking the ball around us in the middle of the park like we weren't even there. And I just fear the same thing happen again.
Do you think
Ashley Young as well coming back?
I know. Do you think fans? I know it's only early doors. I'm not saying you personally. I think if we lost to Villa, Steven Gerrard and all the rest of it, do you think fans would start questioning Rangnick whether he was the right appointment? Do you think that he could lose the fans already? Like, I know that sounds dramatic, but do you think the fans could be like, I don't think we've got the right guy here?
No,
even though it's so early into his
again, I think it's look.
I'm not saying
whether he's a good enough manager or not was questionable anyway.
Yeah.
And also, I think we had this conversation before. If you're going to bring in a manager like that who needs to change things so much in terms of the coaching, you need to give him time.
No, I agree. I mean, I would definitely.
I remember Liverpool
time,
looking shit at the start.
They finished 8th in the Klopp. Yeah.
Like, there were times where they were struggling.
Yeah. Remember the draw against West Brom where they did
they had some heavy defeats as well. So
what's all that about?
I think you have to give him time to be able to adjust things.
I
also think the fans are seeing, all right, even if they doubt Rangnick, that he's not the problem here. Like I said before about Ronaldo, I think they're just a magnifying glass on our issues.
I agree. A magnifying glass on our many issues. With all that positivity being said, what's the score going to be?
Are the replays?
You're ambitious, aren't you? Thinking we'll get a draw? No, apparently not. We're not allowed replays anymore, are we? No, those days are gone.
It's going all the way.
Really? Are we going to win? We can't lose to Villa twice at Old Trafford in 3 months, surely.
Phil Jones scored against Villa before, didn't he?
There you go then.
Remember when he scored at Villa Park and then looked at...
I think we should bring back your mate Kiko Makeda. He's got a great record against Villa. Get him in the team.
Danny Welbeck as well.
Danny Welbeck, eh? Bring them all back, the old guard. We've got Ronaldo here, why not? Go on. Even without Makeda in Welbeck.
Ronaldo was, because Ronaldo and Makeda played against Villa.
Yeah, Ronaldo scored.
And Welbeck.
Yeah, Welbeck and Makeda came on and we won 3-2. So there you go.
That front three. Panathinaikos. Get him on the phone.
Yes, you're busy. So go on. What's the score going to be?
I said it's going all the way.
What's that mean?
Penalties.
Penalties. Are we going to win on penalties? That pause says everything I need to know about your confidence in that. Right, there we go. We got there in the end. Macca says we're going to win on penalties. Do you know what, man? I don't like football anymore, mate. It's just too rough.
You know what, yeah? I remember 2 weeks ago looking at the fixture list that we had, going, we ain't going to lose till about March, yeah. And then I look at the fixtures now 2 weeks later and I'm like, we ain't going to win here till about fucking May.
Do you remember when Van Gaal came in? I remember going on a stag do, me and my mates on the back of this bus to Newcastle, going through the fixture list going, should we put a bet on we're going to win the first 8 games? We lost 4 of them.
First one.
Yeah, we lost the first one at home to Swansea. I lost about 3 of the next 6. We probably got excited, and I had a little bit of that with Ralph, but it's not panning out like that.
Do you remember when Moyes beat Swansea? First day of the season, 4-1.
Yes.
Van Persie scored 2, Welbeck scored 2.
That was a great performance. I remember thinking, we're retaining the title.
Fergie ain't even all that, mate. Who needs Fergie?
Title number 21's in the bag. Don't worry about that. Hey, it's not quite panned out like that. I'm gonna go with a recreation of the Makeda game. What was that? 3-2. 3-2. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, we'll do it. Last minute winner. Behind. Listen, don't worry about it. We'll be all right. Who's a youngster who could come on out? Elanga or someone's going to come on and get a winner. There you go. Get involved in the comments. Let us know whether you think it's going to go to penalties like Macca or whether you think we're going to win like I do. Or are you worried? Are you worried we're going to see the likes of Coutinho and Steven Gerrard celebrating at the end of the game, which would be horrible to see. Macca, where can people find you? What you up to?
Fuck off, Steven Gerrard.
There you go. That's all you need to know. Make sure as well, if you're not doing, check out the members section where you can win a load of prizes. Someone recently won a PlayStation 5. Subscribe to the channel as well. Let's get to 700,000 subscribers by the end of the season. With your help, we can do it. That's been Adam McCullough. I've been Jay. This has been the FA Cup preview. Jonesy, thanks for watching.